I think community service is extremely important, especially for the college students, because there's an entire community that we live in. There's people who have lives and things that are impacting them. And if you can take a little piece of that knowledge and that skill that you have and provide it over to the community and the people who need that resource, then you've added a value. And what are you doing if you're not adding a value to your community?
Volunteer work is important at all levels in life, I think service, I've heard it said that service is the cost of living, and I think it's true. When we acknowledge our own privileges and our own advantages, it's important to want to bring other people up and share our good fortune. But I think in college especially, taking the lessons that we're learning that can be kind of compartmentalized in our classrooms, applying them to our life and to our service, it makes it richer, more informed, and that just seems like the ticket to success for me.
For me, the importance of volunteering is just knowing that I can spend time doing something for someone else that's going to be important to them, and it doesn't always have to be about me and what I'm doing for myself.
I think it's important for students at IU Southeast to take out time to volunteer because it just gives you a whole new perspective. I started leading a group of girls that are now high school juniors, and we meet every week, and we just get together and have a good time, and we dig into God's Word. Every few months we take a day out where me and the girls go and we volunteer, and we've done things like we go shopping for toys for foster kids, and we also go to the nursing home around Christmas time and sing Christmas carols, and also we go to You Spirit Us, and this is a place for kids who have been abused or neglected, and they're housed there, and so we just give the leaders a break and we play with the kids and play games and just hang out with them.
The impact I hope I am making by working with Mentor Me is giving the girls an outlet for confidence building and social skills building. Middle school is tough. When I spend time in the school, I remember how awkward and self-conscious you could feel. And so by spending time with the girls on a weekly, consistent basis, I am hoping that I'm showing them adults care about what they have to say, that they're already making change and progress and having an impact on their immediate world, and enforcing the idea that their future is bright.
Comfort House is a place where children, if they've been abused, especially victims of sexual abuse, come to be interviewed. And the goal of Comfort House is to reduce the trauma to children. The impact that I want to make at Comfort House is just to allow the workers to do more direct client services and allow them time to focus on the child, because that is Comfort House's main focus, is the child. I also, at some point, I'm getting my nursing degree, and after I get my nursing degree, I'd like to go back and get my sexual assault nurse examiner certification and be able to volunteer my time that way at Comfort House, doing exams for them. Because funding is so limited for them, they have to get federal grants, and it's hard for them to get funding. So if I were able to volunteer my time that way, it would take a lot of burden off of them to have to get that funding.
The Family Readiness Group is actually designed for when the soldiers are deployed. They have the families that are able to come together back stateside and share information with each other, share support and resources for each other. As the Family Readiness Chair, I want to see the soldiers and the families have the strongest home life that they can possibly have, so that when the soldiers do have to go overseas to battle whatever we have going on, they don't have to worry about their homes, they don't have to worry about their spouses, and being able to support themselves and have the life that they need to be able to have, so that the soldiers, when they come home, they have a good home to come back to.
I love my volunteer work with the American Legion Post 42. I started out there as kind of just a general worker. They showed me the ropes on the way up. I basically learned how to set up a dining room, all the way to organizing events for the Crusade for Children. We also have a program called the Placed Veterans Program, and those are veterans who had recently been homeless that the VA has placed. And once they are placed, the social workers get into contact with my organization, and they give us basically a wish list of what those veterans are lacking, what they're missing, what they even wish for. We get the list, and we do our best to prepare those items and put it all in a truck and take it to them. And sometimes we make 2 and 3 visits to the same veteran's house, trying to make sure that they end up with the things that they need so they can live. I always have wanted to work toward a solution within our community and kind of work away from a problem. So direct involvement with that organization gave me that gratification. There are organizations that are 5 minutes from your house that all you have to do is get into your car and go there and say, hey, I'm here to help. United Metro Way is one. YMCA has a program that helps youth that have parents that are incarcerated. You know, my organization works directly with veterans. There are so many things that you can get involved in, and if I had more time, I would do more. I think that working for the Center for Peer Mentoring and my work with the American Legion keeps me very busy being a full-time student, and I like to say it's work that I get paid for that makes me feel like a millionaire.
Lindsay, I want to first of all thank you for all that your volunteer efforts at Comfort House. You have worked so hard behind the scenes so that the forensic interviewers and the advocates can do the jobs that they need to do with the families and the victims of the abuse that does happen. Your dedication to our organization and to our mission is obvious in all that you do. The board and the staff want to thank you for all that you have done for us.
Lexi, thank you. Thank you for years of service, years of service that you never got a paycheck for, years of service that you showed up on time, years of service where you just gave and gave of yourself to pour into the lives of high school girls. Lexi, thank you for that. Thank you for never giving up. Thank you for always having a smile on your face, for always being the kind of person that they would want to be.
Thanks, Jennifer, for being in the mentor program and helping our students at Scribner Middle School. You've helped a couple of the girls that you have. Their grades have gone up, their self-esteem has gone up. You've done wonderful work with them, and I really do appreciate everything you've done for us.
On behalf of the 15152 Cavalry, I'd like to thank you, Sarah Johnson. Because of your efforts and your volunteerism, our men and women in uniform and their families have been able to accomplish their mission and their tasks, both in civilian life and in the military.
We want to say thank you, Laura Shook. Your volunteer efforts have helped our American Legion Auxiliary, Unit 42, Floyd's Knobs, to provide furniture and household goods for 41 veterans who were transitioning from homelessness into housing and into independence.